I'm Rene Butangaza, and I'm a student at College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. I'm conducting a research, and I'm going to do an interview on a government uh, contribute to society, where I'm going to be asking you some questions. Do you have any questions?
No.
Do you give your consent to be interviewed in this interview?
Yeah.
If yes, can you please read this?
Okay. I, Adi Irakoze, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as part of the student's academic work.
Thank you very much. The first question for this interview, what are the three branches of the government?
What I can say, what I know, especially I know there is judiciary and there is executive and you say
Three.
three.
Yeah.
I just know those two.
Okay, it's fine. What does each branch do?
So for what I know judiciary is not about law, judges and rules for the country, something like that. Executive is a high government level, like I can say president and ministry.
Okay, the third question is Democrat and Republicans, the major party in the United States. Can you name the third party?
Is it independent?
Independent?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the basic process through which a bill becomes a law?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have any idea about that.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much for that.
This is
Hi. I'm Rene, and I'm conducting a research on a project named Contribute to Society. That's the goal, and the project itself is the government and you. So, and I have some questions to ask you. Do you have any questions for me? So, if you don't have any questions, can you please read this?
I, Elisha Mwigirwa, give my informed consent to participate in this interview, to do recording and use as part of the student's academic work.
Thank you very much. Going straight to the question, what are the three branches of the government?
Well, I think the branches of the government include the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary branch.
Thank you. What does each branch do?
I'm not sure what the legislative branch does, but I think the executive part mainly involves the people who are meant to implement the laws set, which might include the cabinet or the government. And I think the judiciary part is the one that makes up laws that govern a given nation.
Thank you. In the United States, Democrats and Republicans are the major parties. Can you name the third?
I don't think I knew the other one.
It's okay. What is the basic process through which a bill becomes a law?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think it is first voted for within the parliament or within the Congress, and then it is sent on to the executive branch, maybe to be approved by the president. I'm not sure.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rene Gitangaza, and I'm working on a project named Contribute to Society. That's the goal, and the project itself is the government and you. In this video, we're going to talk about some branches of the government, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the interview I conducted. First, in the interview, I have to ask people what they know about branches of the government, and from the people I interviewed, they seem to know only two. Some know the legislative and the judicial, and others the executive and the legislative. But normally, the government has three branches. That is the legislative, and the executive, and the judicial. All of them. First, the legislative is in charge of laws, creating laws. It confirms the judicial appointments, it impeaches officials, and also it develops the budget of the government. It's normally made of the Congress. The executive is in charge of executing laws. It also nominates officials. It creates treaties. And something to note is that it's headed by the president. And the judicial branch interprets laws and analyzes them. Sometimes it may find the laws unconstitutional and then proposes to be changed. The second question is knowing what each branch does. It's just what I mentioned earlier. And these three branches are connected somehow. For instance, the legislative branch creates laws, and the executive is there to sign them. And the judicial branch is there to analyze them if they are fair, if they are based on the Constitution. So you see that there is a connection in all the branches. And the second is the legislative works on the budget. It develops the budget and then has to give it to the executive branch for the president to sign and approve. So the budget is approved as all other laws. And all these branches regulate their actions. For instance, each branch checks other branches' action and balances them with other branches' action. The third question asks to know the third party in the United States, apart from the Democrats and Republicans that are the major parties. From my interviewees seem to know only the major parties. This means the Democrats and Republicans. Actually, there are other parties in the United States that are minor, and the main third parties we have in the United States, we have Libertarian, the Green Party, and the Constitution Party. But there are also progressive parties. Since these parties impact they influence the outcome of the elections in the United States, because they have to be voted for. They run for presidential elections too. So there are people who vote for them. This means that they are either the Republicans or Democrats. They have to share votes. So this means there might be one party that might lose the election due to the presence of the minor parties. The starting of the two-party system, it started in 1852. Since this time, these parties, the Democrats and Republicans, were the ones to win a presidential election and run the country from them and control all the U.S. Congress. So they have been taken as the major parties from them, because they were the ones to control each time there were election, they were the ones to win and control the country. This is the reason they are considered the major parties. The last question asks to know the process through which a bill becomes a law. And most of my interviewees seem to know less about this. But actually, a bill, the first process is that a bill is born. This means there is the Congress, members of the Congress that propose legislation, and these members are considered to be sponsors. They are the ones to propose and introduce legislation. And second is the committee action. The committee is just there to examine the bill, and after examining the bill, it goes under hearings where they analyze the bill, and then after analyzing, there is the subcommittee that meets to mark up the bill. Then after, the committee votes for the bill. Before voting, this vote intends to recommend the bill to the Senate or to the House. After the voting comes after the debate, This debate, the intention of the debate is to hear more from people of the Senate, of the Congress. They want to learn or propose. They have to hear views from different people. So after hearing views from different people, the House is there to pass the bill to other chambers. In these chambers, the bill is received. This means it's approved, or it's changed, or it's rejected. When it's rejected, it has to. This means it's not winning. It's not passing. After the House had passed the bill, the conference then of the committee comes to implement the bill and make it a law. Thank you very much for your attention.